So one of the pieces with the retreat that was very unexpected was gaining confidence in myself and in my body, and not just the way I dress or talk, but just in the way that I feel about everything. And we did a lot of work in offloading a bunch of emotional baggage that I knew was there, but I couldn't quite identify. And once that came off, I completely changed the way I dress. That was kind of unexpected, but I was like, I could feel that I was changing in a way that was stepping into the next version of myself, and in a way that I actually liked. I liked the way that I was changing, and I liked what I was seeing in the future. And that has definitely helped me in business, because a lot of business is showing up and being confident, but being real. So I would tell the entrepreneur who's even thinking of coming to this experience to just do it. Like, there's so many questions of like, how am I gonna make this work? When you make the decision to come, everything is gonna fall into place. And there's maybe 2 centimeters of what I thought we would work on and what I thought I would get out of the retreat was even what it was. It was so much beyond my expectations that I can't even fully describe, but I'm gonna try. I came to the retreat primarily because I'm a business owner, and any time I have personal transformation, as I grow, the business grows. That's the trend that always happens. And so if I plateau in my own growth, you just like me will also get stuck and plateau in your growth and expansion in your company. And so I knew that, so I came in with that expectation with a few things, and what I got on top of that was deeper connection with myself, deeper connection with my husband, which also translates into our business because we are a partnership in life and in business. And if you are wondering what is the sticking point, why you can't push through a certain threshold, whether it's money, financial, or certain threshold and connection with your loved ones, there are negative patterns that are in your life that you can't see because you're in the jar with the patterns. In Maui or wherever the retreat ends up being, like that retreat is a way to get you out of the jar so you can finally read the label. Even coming back from the retreat, because a lot of times when you go to retreats, when you get back, you're like, oh, it's finally get back to life. But the first time I didn't feel like I needed a vacation after an event. And I was able to, even when I got back home, to recognize when patterns were showing up that no longer served me, and I was able to change them as they were actually happening. They are beyond, they're not just mindset coaches, because mindset coaches only worry about certain aspects. They're kind of like the naturopath of the business world, in the sense of a naturopath sees the body as a whole system and addresses issues incorporating everything. And I think that that's a really good description for Bucky and Leah. They are business coaches that are able to see the entirety of everything, business, life, social, financial, all of the different pieces that make up your life, and integrate it and see it as one, so that they can point out and also help you break through where you're stuck. One of the things that not only did I discover, but also step more into as a result of this retreat, not just what I do, but why I do it, and able to really connect within myself and my own upbringing on where in my life that has always showed up. Once I discovered the power of my gifts and talents, especially after I was given the opportunity to actually create that space for that to really come in, afterwards, the scary part that I had a story around was what's gonna happen if I step into everything that I'm meant to do. I get to create the thing that I love, and it will be authentic and incredibly impactful because it's not just a strategy, it's the transformation of my own life and who I am in my own divine gifts. And that's probably been one of the biggest things, is acceptance of my divine gifts and understanding that it's divine and understanding that it's not something that everyone has. All of the different elements of who I am and what I do, that specific cocktail of who I am, I was able to fully actually look at and accept and own. That was probably one of the biggest things, is my own authority, actually seeing myself. I went to Bucky and Leah to be seen and to really see that I had something worthwhile, when in reality, that's what I desperately needed to see for myself. And while I definitely got that from Bucky and Leah, like they truly did see me, they truly do see me, and they truly do see the authority and everything that I have, they also understood that that's not what I wanted. What I wanted is to see it for myself and to actually see the real me. Some of the action steps as I step into this next version of myself and really just this next season is I get to play. So there's a ton of integration that happens during and after the retreat. And one of the biggest changes is the fact that I get to play in my business. I get to play in my life, in my relationships. It's been so much fun. It's definitely been a lot, but it has been so much fun. And I get to play and add into what I already do. One of the biggest things is I realized that my business model that I had before coming to the retreat was not in alignment with who I am or what I actually want to create, because I had stepped into entrepreneurship for specific reasons, and I lost sight of that along the way because I needed to pay bills and all of the different things that show up in business, and I lost sight of what I wanted. And I reconnected with that at the retreat, and so the action steps is to integrate that reconnection and really make those changes in the business, which is why I call it playtime. Is I literally I finally have this huge vision that I now get to incorporate into my business and life, especially my relationship with my husband, Cam. That has been another huge piece of some of the things, is actually spending real time with him. And I know that sounds a little strange, but real time, not just because we're also business partners. And so when we incorporate and truly see each other, our business grows as well. I am incredibly thankful for the times where you've seen through my words down to my soul and see me and my gifts and what I really do long before I am even ready to see it. And I know I haven't even fully realized everything, and it's starting to open up for me. And I want to thank you both so much for seeing me and seeing my gifts, and for holding me and Cam to a higher standard, because that's the standard that we said we wanted and we still do. You guys are amazing. I said this earlier, you've been like the mom and dad that I never had and always wanted. And at the same time, you've been a soul brother and a soul sister. And I just am so grateful to know you guys, and also for how you took us under your wing and helped us transform our business and our lives, and especially our relationship too. So I love you guys so much.